Hi, good evening, Sugapepper, live once again streaming on your bundle. Thank you so much for the sacrifices you make to listen to us, to view us, to continuously be our we continuously are our fans, and we are so appreciative of what you do. Thank you so much for the support. Today we are here with our guest who's going to tell us more. Let's tune in and enjoy the show. If you have any questions, you can post them under the comment section and we shall read them aloud, and our guest is going to respond to them. Karibu sana to the show. Wewe ni nani? Who are you? What do you do? Unakuanga wapi? Why are you here? I always roll questions.
My name is Morine, Akinyi, born and bred in Busia County.
Nice.
Before Corona, I used to be in Nairobi, been working with NGOs, IPA, and Mary Stops. Education, I have a degree in communication and media from Maseno University. I majored in public relations. But experience-wise, I've been with the NGOs. I would say I'm a researcher by profession. Yes.
You're a researcher by profession.
Yes.
So Morine, you said you grew up in Busia. When ni alumni wa shule gani? Because the major primary schools in Busia ni Burumba, Airstrip, Bulanda, alumni wa Bulanda.
How can we forget St. Teresa's?
Oh, St. Teresa's,
Yes.
St. Joseph. You know, I didn't grow up in Busia, and I don't know many of the schools in Busia, but I'm always open to new information and discovery.
Yeah, St. Teresa's,
Okay.
just neighboring Our Lady of Mercy.
Okay, so you went to St. Teresa's and then you proceeded to which high school?
My girls' high school, Bokoli.
Bokoli.
Yes.
Then after that is when you joined. You went straight into the degree course, or you were home for quite some time, and then what made you pursue that particular course? Did you know that you wanted to do communications and media from an early age, or whatever age that you decided, or it came to you, or were you forced also, like, by your parents to pursue that course? Ama pia ilikuwa tu ni jambo alikwambia, "Aya, Morine, go for this," and you went for it?
So when I was in high school, we used to have guidance and counseling. Okay. So the career guidance and counseling, I wanted to be an air hostess.
Wow.
And then I was fat. I was told I was going to make an aeroplane fall.
Oh God!
Yeah. So I had to. I had to change my career path. So when I was done with my Form 4, I didn't qualify to go to the university.
Okay.
I had a B, but by then the Bs were not going to the university. Don't ask me when was that. Yeah. So I chose to go to Kenya Institute of Mass Communication to pursue broadcast journalism. Okay. Yeah. And I mentioned I'm a single mother. Okay. So when at KIMC, I became a mother. Okay. At the end of my third year.
How old were you then?
I was.
You there is the question she skipped, which was about age, and you know, by virtue of being a lawyer, you will evade that question, but I will still ask it in another form, so I'll let it pass. Or you want to answer the age at which you became a mother?
I was not a teenage.
Okay.
Yeah, I was already past the teenage age.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a consenting adult.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did broadcast journalism. So when my friends were going for internships, attachments, I also went.
Okay.
But I graduated, and I had a baby.
So you graduated, then you said you had a baby in your final year. Was it the final year or the third year?
It was a 3-year course. Okay. So on the third year.
Okay, is when you got pregnant.
In fact, during attachment.
During attachment.
Yes.
Is when you got pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went into they call it a cocoon of silence. Okay. Like I hibernated because of expectations from parents, from the society.
Yes.
I wasn't comfortable at all because media is about limelight. All my friends were pursuing what we had gone to school to pursue. Yes. And here I was a young mom. So I didn't push further to go into the media houses.
Okay.
If it will interest you, Hussein Mohammed was my desk mate.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Akina Agnes Penda, Franklin Masharia, we were there in class. But you see them, they pursued. In me, I pursued other things. Yeah. So lessons learned. So after that, I lost my dad, and then things took another turn. I chose to go for my degree now in Maseno University, and I did communication and media, public relations.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's always, with every challenge that comes, I don't usually call them failures. I call them redirections to even the path that God actually purposed for you. So lessons learned, as you said.
Yes.
I want to take you back to the part that you said you wanted to be an air hostess, but because of ridicule from your classmates, you went through body shaming. Can you tell us about that experience for you?
I would call it body shaming because I had a perfect body.
Yes.
But I was just a plus size.
They call them thick
yeah,
girls.
I was thick, I was curvaceous. Yeah, and I think the air hostesses are all usually teeny tiny or something.
And slenderish.
Yeah, slenderish. So I was told to go, you go work on your weight and then come back and pursue that career. I was like, oh no.
You were actually told that at the at the reception, or you went to that particular institute to ask and you wanted to actually pursue the course, and you got this statement, as you put it, or somebody else that is unrelated to the whole system about air hostessing and stuff.
My guidance and counseling
teacher.
Yes.
Told you to
go and work on my weight.
How did you feel about that statement when you had it?
So about being an air hostess, I said X because I loved my body.
Okay.
I wasn't going to cut my weight to fit into an aeroplane. Yeah.
I read on Twitter somebody said air hostessing and they're called pilots. They're just glorified professions because how to ni made. Somebody said how ni made kwa ndege na au ni made kwa ndege na madereva kwa ndege. Thank you, Sunday Eric, for tuning in. He says hi to you, Morine. We can give him a shout out.
Hi, Eric. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, so back to now this moment that you said you hibernated.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience.
I think I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I was disappointed in myself. I was everything that I didn't want to be. Because I had potential. When I went for my internship at KBC, and I was very good. Yeah, like I had a future in the media industry.
Okay.
But because of what happened, it shook my confidence, my ego, my everything. So it took me time to come back.
Okay.
So my mom is the one who told me, now that you have a background in communication, why can't you go and it's called upgrade. Yeah, do a degree on the same.
Okay.
And up to date, I think it was a bad idea. But all said and done, that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're still here though.
Yeah.
My brain has frozen. I'm thinking, what made you lose like a total disinterest into anchoring news, because you can still have a baby, and after, is it that you now lost the shape, or what was this key component in you losing the interest in doing anchoring? So
when my friends are busy collecting, what do you call them? What do you call this?
News.
But
pieces of
pieces, and then you save them somewhere. What do you call them? I've forgotten.
Portfolios.
Portfolios.
Okay.
Yes. So when they're busy collecting portfolios, one, I'm nursing my pregnancy. Two, I'm nursing the baby. You don't just leave a baby and go.
Okay.
Yes. So I didn't have a portfolio. Like I could go for an interview and present. Now this is mine. So I was left behind. Okay. Yeah. So it's like I gave up at that particular point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the father of the child involved then, or you walked the journey alone?
He was involved then.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't have any choice. My father told him, you have to work with her.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a prerogative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now after now having the baby is now of age, and your mom advises you now to upgrade the degree course to communications and media.
Yeah.
How was that? Where did you leave the child? Did you go with the child to campus, or Tell us about that.
So that is when, that's when my mom came in again. She took my child and took care of him as I went back to school. Yeah. So I left him here and I went to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? Were you able to concentrate fully in your studies? Was it easy for you to be involved fully as a student? And also, because I know partially now you co-parent you're parenting at a distance. So how was that experience, that motherhood experience for you, like having to leave your baby and also having to concentrate on your studies? Like, were you 100% confident that now I have left my mom with my son, I'm cool and everything is fine? Did you make frequent calls, or when you left him and you went to school, I was like, now my minds, my thoughts, my everything, my concentration is at school?
First good thing is that my son is just here, so over the weekend I could rush back home and be with my baby. Yeah. And you can't have 100% concentration, so you want to talk to them at home like all the time. Being that I'm sleeping at school, I want to know how the baby is faring on, and because he's under the care of a house help, even if my mother is the one who is in the overall in charge,
yes,
I still wasn't comfortable. You know how the DM dramas, yeah. But all said and done, I managed.
You managed.
Yeah.
While at campus now, you are a mother. Did you share that information with your colleagues, or ilibaki tu ish like now I am pursuing my degree and that's it? You don't need to know a lot more about yourself.
I went for a 3-year diploma course, meaning the girls and the boys in class are not per se my age mates. Yeah. But if you look at me, I looked like I was their age mate, but I didn't tell them my age, for one. For two, I didn't tell them I had a baby, unless you're very close to me. Okay. Yeah, those who are close to me knew, but those who are not close to me never came to know of it, because I didn't want to be, what do you call it?
Tagged too much.
Yes.
I think there is some kind of maturity that they tag you with.
Yes, expectations.
And also, there's a way they just alienate you from particular events while at campus.
So I enjoyed all that because I never revealed that bit.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you date?
I dated.
So you dated.
Yes, I did.
And did you while you were dating, was now your son also a secret, or now these other the people that you dated were aware that you were a mother?
Not the people, the person.
Oh, you only dated one. You know, sometimes this kama kwambia unafaa kuwa na boyfriend watatu, mwingine akufanyia coursework, mwingine nisijua nini.
But my boyfriend wasn't a student.
Okay.
Yes, he wasn't a student, but he was within the campus.
Okay.
What was the question again?
Did you?
He knew. Yes, the first thing I do up to date, I tell you my status.
Okay.
I'm a single mother. So that when you talking to me, you know where our starting point. It's either you're there or you're not there. Yes.
Okay. So when you started, you told us that the baby daddy was very much involved. He got a prerogatory from your late dad, may he rest in peace, that he was to be part of that child. So at what point did you become a single mother, and what were the causes for now using that tagline, as they tell us?
Almost immediately, because my daddy died on the eve of my graduation.
Oh no.
Yeah. So before he died, we used to stay in Homa Bay before we came back to Busia. Okay. So Daddy told me, I want to see this young man, but if I die before I see this young man, never should you ever go back to that man. And it happened exactly the way he had warned.
What?
So they never got to meet. So to me that was like, it's over.
An absolute curse from your dad.
Yeah, and I love my daddy so much.
Okay.
So that was the end of me and him, even though we had our own personal issues. Like I think it's a long story of how we came to be with that baby daddy that we shall speak on another day.
Okay.
But I don't think it was a circumstantial relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So even if it went, it went.
Okay.
No hard feelings.
Did you communicate this request from your dad to him and also the consequence of also him not fulfilling what his desires were.
He's the one who came for my graduation, and my daddy was in the morgue. So I was telling him on our way back home, I was telling him, by the way, dad amesema usipokuja kumuona kabla hajakufa, mimi na wewe itaweza. You know, he knew dad was in the morgue. Me, I didn't know, because me, I was told later. Because it could have affected my graduation. I wouldn't have participated fully. So I was there, my dad is in the morgue, I do not know. So I told him the news after it was too late. Yeah.
And okay, now tell us when now it's your on the morning of your graduation day, you expect both parents to come, and maybe your sisters and a brother if you have one, and now you're not seeing your dad. What went through your mind? Like,
I knew my dad was not coming because my dad was not feeling well.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, just take a minute. Do you have a hanky? Do you have a hanky? We need to have it here. Our shows are becoming too emotional, but we'll give her a minute or two.
We shall continue. Okay. So I knew Daddy was not going to make it. He told me, Mommy, you go graduate. I'm happy, but I won't make it because his heart was failing. Okay. So he wasn't going to travel long distance and everything. Okay. So Mommy was coming. I called her on that night, akanambia, I was coming, but Dad amekuwa mgonjwa, nimerudi kumshughulikia. So sitakuja, nimerudi. So I wasn't expecting also Mommy. So they gave me baby daddy. Okay. And I was shocked because before I went for my graduation, we were not in good terms with baby daddy. But now I'm being forced to be with him. Like, let him just come.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, like, hey, but I thought it was clear I should not be with this person.
Yes.
That said and done. In the morning they didn't come. I was sad through the entire process, but I pulled through because of friends. Yeah, you know, the hype that comes with graduation.
Yes.
Yeah. And I got to know about the news now at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he a pillar then, a pillar of strength to you? The baby daddy, because he came to the graduation. How did he treat you on that day?
He was so sympathetic, I didn't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, like he's being too good and that's not him.
Okay.
So I'm like, why are we pretending? Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we pretending?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that is like a good virtue for a man? Because sometimes they say a man can be good as a father and but not good as a husband. Do you think that is true? And did you see these qualities in him? Because I'm now thinking he could have failed as a boyfriend or a potential partner or your lover, but then at the point that you needed some form of comfort and warmness and affection, he was there for you. He needed, like when it was needed of him to be something, he was there to fulfill that need.
Yeah, he played that part very well because he was there fully. He was the shoulder I cried on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was for that season, for that reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now tell us about what, like now your career. You do now communications and media. What is communications and media all about?
Yeah. So after my degree, in fact, during my degree course, I used to work with IPA. You know IPA,
yes.
Right?
I think that is also the time I met you.
Yes. So basically, I have never worked for any media organization. I've been in the research world.
Okay.
So I will not be very good to advise when it comes to issues, communication and media, because I've been so much into management in the research world.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that you are an expert in research, can people tell you lies? Like, because now a researcher will just dig information, monitor and evaluate each and everything. Do you think that is an inborn character, or it came from skills of what you learned and also the experience that you've had while working for NGOs?
think it's the experience. Because you see, that previous organization, you start from the grassroots.
Okay.
You start from the lowest cadre as you climb up. So from each cadre, you learn. When you're a field officer, you do those shoddy things that you're saying, trying to say here. You lie, you cook data, you don't go to the field and claim you've gone, you exaggerate affairs.
You did all that.
As a field officer, I did. Yeah, I did. So when I became a manager, I knew how to catch fellow thieves.
Nice.
Yes.
I have a cousin that worked under you and she was like, we, Morine ni mkali, Morine anafanya hivi, like awezi ukamdanganya manini. Nikamuliza, Morine started as a field officer. Yes, nikamwambia even you, right now, if you look at our young cousins, akitoroka shuleni, you even know that this thing that this person is telling me is not quite true. Yeah, so it is very natural for you, and I think it's also good as a manager to begin from the grassroots so that you know each and every aspect, each and every level of each and every department. You have hands-on experience, and also it's a good leadership and management skill to have. Yes. So Morine, how many children do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2.
Yeah.
So tell us about now the second season of motherhood, because you're still insisting that you are a single mother.
After 10 years,
Yes.
I gave it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a shot.
Gave what a shot? Motherhood or dating? No,
Dating.
Those are two different things.
I gave dating a shot. And behold, my baby girl, Tamika.
She's called?
Tamika.
Tamika.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought now, after all those years, now I was ready for a relationship. I had expectations, I had experience, like the do's, the don'ts, what to avoid, the kind of man that I want, because now I'm mature. I'm now mature and ready for that.
Yes.
I mean, I was wrong. I was wrong.
100% wrong,
100%
or
wrong.
a certain degree of...
I think I was 100% wrong. The mistake I did is that I made it known to that person the kind of man that I wanted. Okay. So he positioned himself to be that kind of person that I wanted.
He created the posture that you wanted in your mind.
In my checkbox, it was check.
Okay.
Love God, check. Yeah. Whatever, check. Whatever, check. Kasema, ai Mungu marwewe nionekania, acha nikafunge na.
Amina.
Nikafunge na umse. Maze. Kuchemsha haya.
Ulichemsha. Ulichemsha yako yote. Now, before you even proceed, hapo mahali pa love God, hapo mahali pa love God. I think you see my sister. In fact, today I was just preaching to ladies about being like having God think for you, having to listen to the Holy Spirit to just guide you in matters relationship. So how did this person just trick you that he loved God? Because me, I can tell if you genuinely love God or you are just putting up shows of loving God.
Yeah, I said drama is real. Me, I just know drama is real. Because one, he could say everything I wanted to hear. It came to that, the Christian perspective. If I used to be very active on Facebook, so he could comment on my posts, he could come to my inbox, and then anasema exactly how I wanted it to be said. And then I'm like, hey, this is a good guy. I think he has values, he has morals, yes. And then now after even we now began dating, we could go to church together, and he knows how to pray, he knows how to intercede. Like him and God, same WhatsApp
group.
Yeah. But people can pretend. Yes.
So at what point did you realize that huyu si wa Mungu, huyu ni Muyuda, wanaitwanga Bayuda, there is that chameleon, so inasemanga Bayuda Twitter now, like our Jews, we work with the Jews. You know, Jews, there's a way Jews are hypocritical in nature. So at what point do you now get into this realization kwamba this God that you are peddling here is not the God that I know? Or
you see, he made me change. I used to be a party girl. I could party pop.
Like
I could party pop. Like I could go to from work. I could go to all clubs within Nairobi, just alone. na dance hapa. Jana napenda kudance. Akina Jo anasema anapenda kudance. They know I love dancing. So huyu mtu akaniambia like hizo vitu si mzuri. Mi kunywa kidogo. Like nilikuwa mtu wa black ice. Nilikuwa nakunywa kidogo. Akaniambia pombe si mzuri. Nikasema hapa ndo ni pia nikue suitable, nikue the right fit for him, because the right fit for me, I'll sacrifice party pooping, partying in general, drinking. I even cut off friends. I just became a slave to him to make him happy. Yeah. And him, behind my back, he drinks, he smokes. And then nilikuja kugundua anafanya tu kwa keen. Okay. And then nikimuuliza anakuwa overprotective, and then he starts to ile kutafuta blame sana, ndio anakuwa blamed. Okay. And then the other mistake I did to him, nilimwambia ile yenye na msee, alafu una open up, unamwambia what you have done in the past, like you're trying to confess, ukuwe mtu mzuri. Ule msee anarudi na kwambia ananipatia maradi using the same things I told him. Nikajiambia hapa, I think I'm not safe. Okay. And then he was 10-11 years older than I was. Okay. So nilikuwa na expect some level of maturity. Okay. Nikaona hapa hivi, I think mimi ndio mature. Tabidi nikanyage kubwa.
Okay. So at the point that unakanyaga kubwa, the baby was already in the mix.
The baby was in the stomach.
In the stomach. So you now realize all this at the same point while now you are expecting your baby.
Wanasemaga a pregnancy can love a man or hate a man.
Wengine napeleka kwa udongo.
Sasa mimi yangu ilifanya yule mwanamume nilikuwa namchukia jamani. I hated that guy with everything that I hate. The way he walked, the way he looked at me, the way he ate, the way he showered, the way he smiled. Everything I liked about him before, I hated about him. Like I could go to the bathroom and sikiza and that's unaoga aje.
What?
Yeah, that is how much I hated him. Yeah. So I think alijaribu tap na hizo hatred zangu aka give up.
But that was hormones. Couldn't you think at that moment that, oh no, these are my hormones, God please just refresh my entire system and may my hormones cooperate with the love that I've had for this guy?
Was it supposed to be my responsibility to do that, or him to do that too?
I would like to think that it is the two of you, because I'm thinking, okay, I should be self-aware of my hormones if I'm going overboard. I don't know, we are here on a show. If viewers, please put hapo hivyo kwa comments. I know, Madam SP Justina Wawasi Mangombe, thank you for tuning in. Stephen, I see you. Stephen is saying he was your classmate in Maseno. Kudos. Seraphine. So, women that are listening to this show, if you're expectant, you're expecting a baby and you're full of hormones, whose duty is it to realize that up and overboard and check the hormones? Is it the man's duty or the women's duty to do that? So also you said the part about God to you was like a period of just faking it. Were there also other things that you're like, no, this is off and this is not good for a partner, that now made you take the single motherhood way?
The hypocrisy pissed me off because I was looking up to him. You know, a man is the head of the family and it is biblical. Yes. So if I look up to you and you're not being a good head, then how will the entire body survive? Yeah. So I lost confidence in him, and then coupled with the hormones, it became even a no-no. And then where it even went south, don't bring the independence thing of it. Because I was working, I had my own money, he had his own money, I wasn't dependent on him, I had my own house, he had his own house and everything, but I still respected and loved him. But he didn't come in through for me and the baby. He came up with excuses. Namwambia, we need to start doing shopping for the baby. He gives me excuses. I went to the hospital myself, delivered via the doctors, discharged myself, took myself back to the house. Everything that I came with that was in the hospital, the baby, I done it myself. Now, how do I take him back?
Okay, I have this. I have had a circle of women whereby I'm always telling women to be a little bit patient with themselves, because sometimes, you know, men, it's not natural for men to just even embrace the whole idea of, hey, I'm going to be a father. To me, the period of 0 to 3 years, men are always oblivious of what parenthood means or what it tells or what it is. It's only like a small percentage of men that will embrace the pregnancy from when it is a zygote to when it's a whole fetus to when it's now a baby that has been delivered, and they even take the paternal leave. Wengine wanachukua paternal leave na wapata kwa 2 weeks wako kwa bata wako hawajeta kubadilisha diapers. And then there are those other ones, the only time they feel that they are proud dads is when mtoto wako 3 years amevalishwa wako mzuri, and it's just for the photo ops. So did you have this idea of whatever kind of father you wanted for your child? Because you've said you had a list of a man that you wanted.
Yes.
What did you entail the part of fatherhood, or you just had a list to check for him as your husband? Because sometimes whatever women do is to have a list of the man I want for myself, but you're not thinking the man I want for our home.
I had a baby initially.
Yes.
So this is another baby. I had expectations too.
Yes.
Like how he will take care of me and the unborn baby, and then with the born baby. But all those were not met.
Okay.
And then and you know, for him, he was a dad already. He had kids.
Okay.
Yeah, he said okay, story for another day.
Story for another day.
Yeah. So I expected, and you know, I told him, like, for me to be able to be a good mother and a good wife to you, if we get married, at least let me feel what it feels for a man to be supportive. Because even the first baby, I was mdogo, and I struggled through the entire thing. I was dramatic, and that came from me. Okay. I think I wasn't prepared for the first baby, but for the second baby, I was prepared. So I wanted just the man to be there, anishike mkono. I hear fathers talk to their babies. You know, the things you hear, the things you watch on Afro cinema,
soap operas.
The soap operas. I'm not seeing any of those.
Those are what you wanted, but now they are not forthcoming.
They never forthcame. Yeah, in fact, it was just chaos and chaos. Yeah.
So in this period, as this is happening, did you communicate these feelings to him? That did you go through a process of, okay, this is where we have been, now we are here, this is where I want to go, or you just decided, kufa gari kufa makanga, desert the ship, and I will, if I did it the first time, I'm going to do it the second time, and by God's grace, bele kuzuri.
If I knew it was going to happen like this, Tamika would not have come forth into this world. Singeta jaribu. I wanted to settle with that man who was the father of the baby. I wanted to be with him. Unaona? So I never gave up easily. I tried. But I think him, after Nisham push sana pia, he was hell-bent on making things very terrible for me. To that, he still calls. But I think we can never be in sync. Because now what can I say? Like, I think nime change gear. I don't want to live in my past again. I'm afraid of what I went through, and then I cannot trust him again. Because one, he was not a womanizer. Yeah. But I think his character just scared me. Evil too. Yeah.
Like he had just a weird character that was.
He was a weirdo. He was a weirdo. Yeah.
Okay. When you say weirdo, make people understand what a weirdo is, because you know, wewe utataja huyo mtu mwenye si womanizer, wewe unajua venye wanaume wetu kwetu wanazungukanga, wewe ulitupa mbao. So when you say weirdo, what do you mean?
You know, somebody who believes hata anaongea na Mungu. Mungu ameniambia nikwambie hivi.
Oh no, that's a weird
Thank
one.
you.
Okay.
Like anapiga simu anakuambia, I know what you did. Tell me. Unaona? Mungu ameniambia.
And was it factual that you had done something, or it's just out of the blue? Like, you know, stirring waters, kujua ni nini itatoka huko chini, mfupa, shilingi, karatasi, you know.
With him, he will even call and ambia, mamake, metoka kanisani, kwa salama. Nikiwa kanisani, Mungu aliniambia, utakuja Mombasa, utaniambia kila mtu ulifanya juzi. Seriously.
Na wewe hujui ulifanya nini?
I don't know what. I haven't done anything. Yes. He believes I cheated. In his mind, he says I cheated. And removing that from his head was the hardest task ahead in this world.
Okay.
Proving to him that I am clean, I never cheated. God is our witness. Ilikata.
Ikata kabisa.
Even to date he will call and tell me, "Ndo ulinikosea. You were cheating on me."
So it was everything to do with the issues that arise from long distance relationships.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had you had that that conversation before, so that you just iron things out, kwamba this is a long distance relationship and we are going to be four in this relationship, ama mulito assume okay, because we are in love, Mungu atatusaidia to be true to each other?
I think we never took time to know each other very well. We jumped ships. We jumped ships mob tukaenda kwa the final destination.
Okay.
And that was a mistake we did, I did on my part.
Okay.
Get to know your partner very well before you engage in anything. And now that I believe in even no sex before marriage, you know, before then sikuwa na believe. Yeah, but now I believe in that because ukijua mtu muda mrefu, msome tabia zake, asome tabia zako, muone you can tolerate each other na kwa rahisi. Otherwise we delve into these things and then regret when it's too late. You carry the burden with you. So I think it's a matter of choices, which always have consequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on that part that you say, like you date somebody for some time, we have seen incidences whereby people have dated. We know of a famous celebrity couple that dated for long and then got married and just got divorced the next year. Alafu wengine walikutana 2 weeks and 10 years bado wako in marriage. So do you believe it's about the timeline ama just the openness that comes with two people when they meet and they have similar goals and where they want to be? Because I was watching NTV, Thriving, it was talking about marriage, and there is this Facebook group in it, Thriving Couples. And we have couples there that are similarly, they are young and 15 years into marriage. So what are they doing right that some of us are doing wrong?
Hiyo swali itajibiwa na hawa 15 years.
You know, because you look at people and they're like, hawa wamependana for 7 years plus, and then wanaoana tu December, and then ikifika April ati they are divorced. What was wrong? Like, what were they doing in those 7 years that they were not doing in marriage that makes them now to separate and even divorce?
People pretend to get
Can
what they want.
somebody pretend for 7 years?
Yes, for forever to get what they want, and then akichoka pretend say and come out, and then it backfires. But also what you said earlier before, I think ni watu kuelewana tu, and then mmeclick. Hata kama ilichukua 1 day, and then it was meant to be, I don't know. But kama ikuwa yako, huwezi lazimisha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would like you to now, do you have a word for people, I mean like to mothers that are single mothers in your kind of setting, because you had your first child with another man, and then you took quite some good time, because 10 years to me is a period of learning and learning, and you know, being like taking time to actually also taking care of your son until I'm like, now I am ready to date again, because I know 10 years was enough time for you to, you know, to reflect and do everything, and then you go into this relationship, and then it's the same cycle once again. And you know, sometimes they ridicule at you, hey, if you are a single mother with different two baby, there's a way they tag you and they ridicule you, and people don't know the journey by which somebody has gone through. So what word of encouragement would you have for, let's say, like a first time single mother that is now thinking of jumping into the dating scene and actually now settling?
I'm usually very scared, by the way, if I hear a young single mother, I'm planning to get into another relationship without having a clear picture. I would advise them to take time, because getting a man who will accept you and your baby, babies, is not easy.
Yes.
Because unakuja na mzigo. So someone who is going to date you, somebody who is going to love you and take you for who you are, has to have a big heart.
Yes.
Si tu mtu yoyote. Somebody who understands the journey, maybe amepitia, maybe ako tu na utu, na maybe amekupenda. So musema, like, for me right now, it's becoming very difficult for me to date. Like I've become very, very problematic because of that same reason. I will just tell them, one, see disability kuwa single mother, hii sio disability, it happens. Hata tuko wengi, tuko peke yetu, si mimi siwe peke yako. Tuko tu rende. So, one, accept kwamba you are one. Two, isikufanye kuwa desperate, ukimbe into another one because umedanganywa kwamba wanaenda kukoa ama nini. Men will say what you want to hear to get what they want.
Yes.
Once they get it, they will flee. So if once you understand that, achana nayo, you focus on empowering yourself.
Yes.
Know how to take care of yourself and your baby, and then acha kupate mbele kama uko self-reliant, kama uko ready, hata kikuacha the second time, at least outa feel like betrothed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to be safe, should they now if they are thinking of Motherhood season 2, should it be in the component of umeolewa na ni by a certificate ama tu you just go by faith? Because I think once you do a marriage certificate, then there is some sort of dignity that comes with it.
You know, you can't force a man to marry you. Like, you can't force a man to do anything. Let them do it at will.
Okay.
Because ukimlazimisha ndio wao wanadanganya. I have my neighbor, Charles, if you're watching, I'm saying this. Charles alijua.
Charles, that's a shout out.
Alijua mrembo alikuwa anataka kuolewa sana na church wedding. Aliprepare wedding cards. Ile cards kaini ulinitumia.
Yes.
Akatumia mrembo akaniambia ndio hii wedding yetu, anza kutuma.
Charles.
Yes,
That is your friend. He did that.
Yeah, he did
and
that.
Then
and the wedding never came forth and they never went anywhere. Just because alisema huyu mwanamke alikuwa ananisumbua anataka wedding. So kumfurahisha nilimtengenezea wedding card. Paka venue. Ilikuwa sijui Grand Swiss Hotel. Na sasa hata anaitwa.
Oh God. How was that? I can imagine somebody sends me like an in card to share. And then how do I tell my people what happened to the wedding?
Thank you. So make it between the two of you. My friend John Mark, if you're watching.
You have weird friends. But it's also good to have me. I prefer having a lot of male friends than female friends. You know, male friends just tell you the hard truth as it is. Wako blanda na kwamba Morine wanatoka huko, huyo anakuwezi. Because they know all their tricks.
Yeah.
So you're talking to John Mark.
John Mark alisema akiona mwanamke anamserve na marriage proposal, anaflee. You know, ile dem anaongea to marriage. And he knows very well hayuko ready for that marriage. Atatoroka. Let the man do his thing. You love him. Mpende. Kama anataka kukuoa, atakuoa. Kama hataki, ataenda. Yeah, just where you do your thing, kuwa tu Morine, penda yeye, and then aone umequalify kwenda kwa the next stage akupeleke, regardless of where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But usiharakishe. Don't be desperate, don't be demanding.
Now you're speaking in the sense of single mothers or just ladies?
In fact, in general.
Women in general.
That should be the mantra.
Yes. Okay. So what are the do's and don'ts for single mother? Because you tell us now you're a single mother of 2 kids by 2 different fathers. So I'm pretty sure that you have now 2 different, not even 2 different, they are those similar things you saw in this one and in this one that ladies need to have. You know, like those red flags. Yenye unaona tu huyu alikuwa na hii, hata huyu alikuwa na hii, na mimi sikuwa naona. So what are those red flags that you know that are just there for every other man that will just desert a woman and not be part of their children's upbringing and growth?
For my first instance, trust me, I'm the one who was not there. And I was happy when I gave the back. So I can't even tell you. You know, if you don't love someone, it really was circumstantial.
Okay.
So you didn't advise anything about it. Huyu wa pili, ladies msikuwe open books. Ati mwanaume anajua kenye unataka. Hapana. Kuwa mystery.
You shouldn't be read.
Yes, asikusome. Like kuwa tu mystery. Anze kuunlock your puzzle, ashange huyu anakuaga aje. ule mwenye atakuwa
Puzzle or onion? I said you should be onions. Peel this, cry tears.
whichever works. Yes. So that at the end of the day, the last man standing will take you.
Okay.
Yes.
So we should not be open books.
Don't be an open book to a
So
man.
how do I become a mystery? What should I do? For me now, like Onana, mwenye nakwanga Facebook, hapa mtu ananiona Sugapepper every Wednesday. How do I maintain, my lifestyle? Like, how does my lifestyle remain a mystery now to people? Because now in this era of social media, we share a lot of information. You see, everything has been reduced to the click of buttons. So how do I like retain my privacy and my secrecy at me as Onana?
That is the mistake I did. I gave out too much information. So he pinpointed me from a group. Akaona huyu maybe alinipenda. Maybe alipenda vile nilikuwa nafanana. And then akaona kumpata, let me be what now she wants. I can go to my wall and say the kind of man that I want. I was very active on social media, Facebook to be precise. Extremely active. Extremely up to midnight niko tuna engage watu kwa hizi talks. I wish my Sugapepper in my own wall.
You had your own Sugapepper.
Yes, like ninge discuss topics, mother relationships nilikuwa napenda. Kumbe
nataka mteso mwenye natoka Mukura kwe black blue.
Ashapiga madigaga mashades hapo atume hapo. Najua marehemu ngamnipea full package. But you know amejileta mwenyewe kujua mwenyewe nili overexpose.
Yes.
So if you want to be in the social media, don't overexpose.
Okay.
Kwa nyimana some details, let them want to find out.
So what should I put out there and what should I not put there?
Something eka hiyo Sugapepper advert, ongelea tu vitu kidogo about it. Unaona BBI hata sijui ni yes ama ni wano exactly corona. Like usikue mtu don't go too personal about yourself. At times you go too personal. Yeah, unapeleka pale personal issues zako, the way I'm a single mother, unaona I need help. You know they listen, but I don't need help. Yes, like usikue tu mtu mwenye anapenda kuji-expose na kulialia kila mara, like pity parties, kangumu. Let them look at you and know you're doing well. Let them look at you and think you're married. Let them look at you and know you, like, let them just assume prospering. Yes, let them assume all the wrong reasons. Ama the good reasons. When they come to know you now, kumbe nikasingle mama. Kumbe atakana kazi. Kumbe
now they start sifting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody is saying, asking, men are no for you. Will you try again?
I will try again. But the problem is, nasumbua. Like, nasumbua.
Sumbua tariff. Tina Nams. No, napenda kusema sumbua tariff.
Nasumbua. Like, I will date again. But that final man, lazima atakuwa tu mwanaume yako na roho ngumu. Because first unaona nakuja na baggage ya wawili, and
two suitcases.
Niko na suitcase 3. Bebe me. Yes. So and then the trusting of a man pay issue, by the way. I don't trust men nowadays.
Okay. When you say you don't trust men, you mean men in the sense of XY chromosomes, or you mean men universally XY and XX chromosomes?
That all changanya wote kwa sentence moja. Me, I don't trust men. I think naogopa kufail, because me I call it the final fail.
Yes.
So sitaki hata kuimagine kama nitajaribu alafu yanguke. Okay. Like it is my greatest fear. Yes.
I think I resonate with that.
So
now, is that fear supposed to motivate you to like really polish yourself, because you've seen season 1, you've seen season 2? Sorry, I am talking about season. When I say about season 1, I mean Hassan and her daughter. So season 1 and season 2. So you're thinking, should I do season 3? But now season 3 unaangalia pale season 1 maybe lighting ilikuwa mbaya, hii movie actors hawakukuwa on point, maybe story haiku flow vizuri. Hapa hivi season 2 okay improve lighting, sound ikaenda kivyake, kitu kama hiyo. Do we need a producer? We need to just fire the whole cast and we bring new casts into the show? Ama
Umeuliza swali?
Nimeuliza swali. Are you looking at now your weaknesses and polishing them, and then now boosting your strength for now season 3 ama ni hivyo?
I'm boosting my strength for season 3 and hiyo ndio nimesema pia, like I'm doing everything in preparation for season 3. It has to be the final season, by the way. Hakuna season 4.
Hakuna season 4.
Like hakuna, alafu now you see even thinking of having another baby to me now is a problem hata. Because naogopa ikibako utaambia watu nini? Utaambia watu nini?
So dem ametusinya, wanasema ametusinya, awe nawe sasa hii ni most
itakuwa excuses mob sana. Yeah. So I'm hoping and praying for the best for season 3.
Okay.
And I'm ready for it even today if I get the right actor. Yeah.
I have two. Must you do season 3?
Si lazima. But si lazima. Si lazima nifanye season 3. The problem is kwa Bible inasema, Paul says, people
when you start quoting the Bible, I don't know why men find it, funny and hilarious and strange when we quote the Bible. You see,
I'm going to quote. The Bible says, and Paul in particular, anasema it is easier to serve your God when you are not married. Haina distractions. So celibacy is encouraged. But anasema ile last year body ndio inalemea watu wengi. Na mimi kwa watu wengi napatikana. So I must do season 3 because I have to sort myself out.
Yes, and season 3 does not, when you say season 3, you're trying, I think, dating and eventually marriage and not necessarily a kid. Or what do you mean by now, now for the sake of the person that has asked about season 3? Yes.
Season 3 si lazima iwe na mtoto. Okay. Like even if I get a man who has erectile dysfunction, can we speak such languages here?
Yes, you can. It's still a topic. It is still a topic. Yes.
A man mwenye haezi za watongaje ako impotent.
Yes.
Si lazima nipate mtoto. Like season 3 si lazima ikuwe na mtoto. If a man will want a baby, season 3 tunapata mtoto. But kama pia kuna mwenye hataki pia, we can still do it. Si lazima ikuwe na mtoto.
I think season 3 is just about also stability and companionship, because as we grow old, you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to help you toxify the pressures of the world. You need somebody that will actually take care of you ukikuwa mgonjwa, because utaki kulala pale kwa ward peke yake ukianza kusumbwana marafiki zako. Jamani, hamjakuja kuniona, fake friends. Bye to fake friends. Vitu kama hizo. So you said the first don't of single mother is like remain a mystery. Don't put out, like don't air out all your business.
Yes.
What is the other like key really good thing that you would tell a single mother not to do?
Like put your children as child as a priority, not the man. Because you can get a man who wants you but not your kids. That man is not meant for you. Because if a man loves you, then atakupenda na watoto wako. Yeah. So put your kids as a priority, because they're the reasons why you're even being called those names and given seasons 1 and 2.
Okay. So the kids should be
your priority.
The first priority.
Yes.
Hii sumbua taarifa yenye umesema ati wewe huwa unasumbua sana. How do you sumbua? You as now Morine Akinyi.
I became an introvert eventually. I used to be extroverted, and then I changed to be an introvert. So kunipeleka out, utani drag sana ndo nitoke kwa nyumba nipeleke out. And you see, if a man is into sex, trust me, you begin that sex chat, we are so off. Because I am not even there. Unaona, like lazima like nabembeleza. Because I just think everybody is out to mess me up.
Yes.
That is in my mentality.
It's already
yes. So I am very careful with myself and the people that I allow around my circle. Yeah.
Okay. she has told us like very amazing things mpaka yani nimebaki hapo hivyo kwa brain freeze. Now you've gone through the don'ts, the 2 key don'ts of single motherhood ni priority. Don't put your kids at the back seat. Let them be a priority to you, and also do not put your business out there. Don't be an open book. And then what is the one thing that motivates you now? Like wewe kama single mother, what motivates you, and what is that thing that you do yenye to your motivation for each and every single day? Because you know it's not easy being a single mother.
It's not easy at all. Yeah, at times we close our doors and we cry because we are human. You don't have a support system that you will tell, mazee baba nani pia jaribu huko. If it's school fees, unajiita mkutano unajiambia sasa Leona nataka school fees. Ndio una kazi utapata pesa ya school fees wapi? You cannot do prostitution because it's against your values.
Okay.
You cannot just go around borrowing. So you need to empower yourself. Like I told the times I even do online marketing. I will sell virtually anything, everything to get a single coin for my babies. I don't care people think about me nikiuza samaki and I've gone to school. Mimi I will do anything for my babies. They are my number one motivation. Okay. I will wake up in the morning and tell myself they need me. Sasa because they are parents of a single mother lazima wateseke hapana. My kids cannot suffer and I'm alive. Okay. Yes, so they're my number one priority. They are my motivation.
Okay.
Yes.
And for people and for mothers that are not as empowered as you, they don't have the resources that you have, what would your advice be? Because sometimes also wanasemanga single mothers, why single mothers are on the bad side of everybody's book, chapter and stuff, why we are the villains in everybody's story, is that single mothers, like, they don't incorporate fathers in the upbringing of their children. Why haven't you chosen to co-parent with the fathers of these kids?
If I don't know how to force things, I think it is your responsibility as a father to support your child. You should not be coerced into doing it.
Yes.
So if you can't do it willingly, I will not coerce. My fellow mothers have gone to those children departments and being told, why don't you go? You believe ile imbo ilimbwa na Sauti Sol mtu anakujanga na sahani yake. Imagine it happens. Your kids will never go hungry. They will never go naked. They will never be sick and lack money to go to the hospital because the one above is protecting them.
Amen.
With you, he's your co-parent. That's what I believe in. So usiwache watu wakutumie vibaya because unaona hauko empowered ama ni nini. Do anything that you can do. Uko na macho, uko na masikio, uko na mkono na kakili kadogo, tumia hiyo. Yes, like usikae tu ngoje kwenda court cases utumwange 2,000 mwisho wa mwezi. Hapana, don't wait for that. Utakuwa crippled. So mimi sijakataa wanisaidie, basi sitaki kuwalazimisha. Nataka tu mtu aseme tu we had these children ama this child together. Every month I will be doing this because mtoto ni wako, ni wetu. Unaona, but when it comes to forcing, I don't know how to force.
Okay.
Yes.
You say that you lost your dad, and in both season 1 and season 2, you don't have father figures for this baby.
Yeah.
And if your father would have been alive, maybe he would have been the father figure to this kid, and now he's also not around. So how do you cater to the need of a father figure in the lives of these 2 kids?
That is the most challenging factor of being a single mother with no father figure in the family. Because even my son now, you see, at a struggle, na tabia za kidemdem, when he goes astray, ujivlo namrudisha. But we have friends. I have friends who help me in doing that. Like I will tell my friend, kijana ameanza kufanya hivi na hivi, see, I'll bring him on board, umwongeleshe tafadhali. So I have people I trust.
Okay.
Yeah, that also my son trusts.
Okay.
My girl is still small, so sitaki kumexpose na hiyo story ya father figure. Even though when my sister is around and the child is the other child is calling daddy, you know, like she's also like daddy, and then she tells the cousin like babangu atakuja tu nitamuita daddy. So that is the most challenging bit about being a single mother with no father figure.
Okay.
Yeah. But all said and done, it
so these friends, they've been in your life for a period. What's the timeline they have been in your life for you to put this trust of portraying a father figure to your son?
There's one particular one who has been there like forever. Yeah, like he's like, I call him a guardian angel.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes in through like in all not all aspects.
Kwa sababu unasema all aspects and we underline and italicize the word.
I think, but then we have him. He was raised by a single mother,
Amen.
so he understands all those challenges, and he tells me because of that and because we've been friends for long, angependa mtoto wangu I go through what he went through. Okay. So he comes in handy. Trust you me, he comes in handy. Okay. He's part of the sahani that comes with children. Okay. Yes.
Okay. What was that you saw in him that made you put all this trust of him being a father figure, so that in case there are single mothers out there and they're wondering, hey, I have this friend, but sijui nitamuapproach aje, that kind of thing?
Not all exes are bad.
Okay.
Yes. Not all exes are bad. Si kila mtu ni mbaya. Like for him, he was an ex.
Okay.
And I saw how he used to treat my son and the way they bonded. So I never wanted the bond to break. Okay. So my son doesn't know that it's no longer there because we keep the relationship going because of the kids. Okay. My daughter thinks even he's the daddy because he's always there. Ukimpigia simu mwambie mtoto ni mgonjwa na kwamba tumpeleke hospitali. Unaona? Nimelemwa shilingi 2,000 ya school fees. Wacha nitakutafutia 1,000. You see something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is so awesome. People, we have come to the end of our show. We've had Morine Akinyi. She has shared her story about single motherhood. I hope you have tuned in. We shall post comments after the show for the bullet points that she has been telling us. Our director always leaves the bullet points hapo chini kwa comments, and also if you'd like to come to the show, leave your contact hapo hivyo chini, we shall get in touch, or you can send me a request on Facebook and you DM me and you become part of our show. Morine, as you wind up the show, what are your last words to single mothers and also fathers that are deadbeats and are not part of their children's lives? Men, mnatubwaga.
Aki mnatubwaga. I don't like that deadbeat thing. But trust to me, it is not fair.
It just
is not off. It's just off. It is not fair. Please don't be caught up in a deadbeat scenario. Don't be a deadbeat father. You're hurting your child. You're hurting your children. Hata mbele ya Mungu unakosa. And then to the single mothers, we are not disabled. We are very much enabled. It was just a small
mishap.
A mishap. It was just a mishap. We can always rise up. Yes, and do what even those who are married and those who are like, we can do everything the way they do. Just respect yourself, have values, accept your past, and leave it there. Just focus on your future, and everything will be fine. And always be empowered. Usingoje kusaidiwa sana. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Morine, for coming to the show. You have been an awesome guest. Thank you for those who have been viewing from minute 1 to 1 hour plus. I don't know how long we've taken for this show. Thank you so much for sacrificing to be part of our show. My director is telling me to check the comments. I don't know what I'm supposed to check for. Please give me a heads up. I am hollering to, there was somebody, Mukanda. Let me just give a shout out as we wind the show. My phone is acting up. What is this network now? Waiting the happen. Wow. Oh, so many comments. Steve Otieno says hi to Morine. She inspires a lot of single moms to work hard and be independent. Thank you so much, Stephen, for that comment. Thank you that you value Morine so much. Honorable Joseph from Mukoya Shiundu, streaming live. Asante sana for streaming live, whether on Wi-Fi or bundles. Mungu akubariki sana. Charlie, this is the one that sent out e-cards. Charles, I would like to meet you. I would just like to meet you because I see you as a friend. I like such people. John Mark Wanzala, this is so inspirational. We celebrate you. Thank you so much, John Mark, for tuning in. Sunday or Eric tuned in. Say hi to Missy. She got your shout outs. Christine Mulanga, thank you so much watching from Mary Estate. Ukopia Network in Africa. Please share the link. Have friends like the page, so our page. And we would also love to have you on the show. If you have a story to come and tell, please DM us and we shall be in touch. SP Justina Wawasi Mangombe, thank you so much, Madam SP. She's my friend, my personal person. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you also for the people that you have sent to have on the show in this February. Chris Martin Ezekiel, thank you so much. Maseu Maundu Joe, Shuguli Hapakule, but I know you tuned in. Thank you so much. Gloria, hi. Charles again, Chris, Arnold Dion Mo, I see you. She also has seen you. Abraham Dete Shiundu, following from Somalia. Wow, we have fans in Somalia. Thank you so much, Network Imeshika Uko. Please have people like our page and follow for more content. There is Seraphine, Miss Mo on fire. Thank you so much, Seraphine. Mano, Nick, Denzi, Davy, claps to Morine. Thank you so much, Morine, for sharing your story. Oscar Samuels, we see you. Chris Martin again. Winnie Onyando.
Is this Morine?
Is this Morine? Kwani yo mwana ni nani? Winnie, surely. This is Morine in 3D on your bundle, streaming live. Thank you so much for tuning to the show. Tuweke music. Mtu ameuliza tuweke music. They say Morine loves dancing. Morine loves dancing. She's a fun person. She will dance on the next show. But for today, that's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Meet us next Wednesday. We have an awesome series coming up in the month of February all through to March. We are commemorating International Women's Day in March. So keep it here. We have awesome guests, and we have a series of learning for women. Bye and see you next Wednesday.